Seen about 300 steps to putting on a flawless foundation and thought, I don't have time for that. Well, stay tuned for my fast and simple way to apply foundation with just this. Hi, my name is Layla and welcome to Mom Makeup Solved, where I help moms like you fit makeup, skincare, self-care, and style into your busy life. So if that sounds like something you'd like more of, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a thing. So for the longest time, all I did was put my foundation on with my fingers, probably from the time I was in high school all the way up past college. Then I started hearing about things like beauty blenders and foundation brushes, and I really got used to putting my foundation on that way. But then as time evolved, I decided that I wanted to go back to something a lot simpler, because what I was finding was that putting my foundation on with a beauty blender was taking a lot longer than I wanted to take when I put my makeup on an everyday basis. Now, as always, I have washed my face, I have moisturized with SPF, and I am also going to put on just a little bit of face primer. I'm using an Ulta Beauty Poreless Face Primer today. I've got that on right there. Next, what I'm gonna do is conceal my under eye area. I really don't use concealer anywhere else. I tend to find tends to crease, and I can usually put my foundation on in a way that it's not going to look weird. So this is a Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Fair. And I'm going to use a trick that I used from Robert Welch. I will link his channel down below, but he talks about concealing your under eyes in a way that's going to reduce creasing. What we run into problems with is if we're putting our concealer all around here, then it has opportunities to crease. Instead, we're gonna put concealer right out here and blend it on the insides and blend it, and just use what's left on our fingers down here. So I'm putting it right here and over here. My mirror's right here for the rest of it, right here and here. I'm going to blend it using my fingers. See what I'm doing there? I'm gonna blend it using my fingers and just by tapping until I'm happy with how it looks. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the inside. And then I'm gonna use what's left over and move it in. I actually already have eyelid primer on, so you'll wanna make sure you're doing that. But now I'm gonna do my foundation, and right now I'm using True Match Super Blendable Makeup from CVS. I have been doing a lot of my shopping at CVS because of their Beauty Unaltered campaign, where if you go into their makeup aisle, you will see little emblems on the bottoms of some of the pictures. It looks like the CVS heart, but it also looks like a little camera shutter. And that basically tells you that that photo has not been retouched. And I really want to support CVS for that. So I've been doing a lot of my shopping of my drugstore makeup from there. So I'm gonna shake this one up. I like it, it has SPF 17. I do use an SPF 50 all over my face, but I do a little extra coverage in my makeup is not too bad. I used to have dry, super oily skin. Right now my skin is more combination because I've been using a Retin A type product on my skin, so it has dried it out just a little bit. So I'm just taking this, I'm gonna get a little on my finger, and I'm just putting it on my face. And am I going to get a super flawless look this way? No. Am I going to be more time effective? Yes. So I have opted for most every day to get foundation on my jeans, apparently, to use my fingers. And as long as your fingers are clean, that's gonna be fine. I use less foundation on my forehead. I don't layer foundation on my forehead because my forehead is pretty clear. There's really not anything there. And then this makeup in particular can be layered fairly well. I have some dark spots here and here, and so I'm just gonna put a little extra on here on those areas that I don't like, because I find that adding concealer, except for under my eyes, or maybe I'd put some on my nose, it just doesn't look good. I used a video again from Robert Welch about how to groom your eyebrows, and I'll link that down below. So I'm still getting used to my eyebrows being somewhat thinner and shorter. I'm not sure how I feel about the look yet, but we will decide over time. This is a L'Oreal Brow Stylist Shape and Fill Pencil. It's a lot like an Anastasia brow styler. It's the triangular one, but the tip is a little bit wider, so it's slightly harder to work with. But the price difference, I mean, this is about half the price of the Anastasia, so I'm willing to work with this for now. Very carefully draw this in. It's one of the things I've been struggling with my eyebrows recently. Right now we're just trying to fill this in because I have to leave in 20 minutes and go eat lunch with Tyler. And I still have to pack his lunch, pack my lunch, and walk over to the school. When you're doing like your eyebrows and different things, step away from the mirror. So here's my mirror is way back here because most people aren't looking at you that up close and personal where you need to worry about everything being like absolutely perfect. Okay, I'm gonna call that good enough. And then I'm gonna set it with a Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. It's got shorter bristles on one end, longer bristles when you flip it, and I like the way this looks. All right, so now I'm going to do my eyeshadow. I'm using this Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. It's super, super fun. It can seem overwhelming, but I actually live in this vicinity right here. I'm not super exciting and everything. And there's some neutral shades down here. One of these days I'll experiment with these, but not today. So I'm going to use this MEFD right here. And I'm using, this is a fluffy blending brush from Morphe. It's 441. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the shadow, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna just stick it in my crease. And I'm doing this with my eyes open so I know what it's actually gonna look like when I've got my eyes open. And I'm swirling a little bit around the edges here. See? A little bit more of it, tap off the excess, stick it in my crease. Then I'm going to use, let's see, I want a slight bit of shimmer, so I'm gonna use Queen right here. This is a little smaller blending brush. It's a Morphe M433. I'm gonna dip it in the Queen, tap off the excess, and put this on top of the other color. And something I used to do that I don't do anymore is be taking eyeshadow all the way up here, like a shimmer all the way up here, and like just doing one color all over from my lid to my brow, unless I'm only doing a one color application, because I noticed it was starting to close my eyes down. So I'm focusing my eyeshadow just on my lid, and I do make sure that I blend it up above my crease so that you can see it with my hooded eye, but it's really simplifying things and really allowing my eyes to shine through rather than the focus being up under my brows. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna take that same brush again. I'm gonna put a little shimmer on top of it, something a little paler shimmer. Let's put this Obsessed. Let's see, Obsessed right here. I'm back with the M441, and I'm just gonna put a little on top here because I'm almost feeling like that's a little much. There we go. And then I'm going to take, where is this? Where's that brush I like? I'm gonna take this Morphe M224, and I like to take either in light or beam and put it on my lids. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of it, and then I'm just gonna kind of, this is almost like, this is my lazy person, almost cut crease type thing, and I'm just putting it right there. See how it lightens up the eye just a little bit? Still not even. And then I'm gonna take one of my blending brushes that I've used today, and I'm gonna blend again like this, just so that there's not a harsh line. Boom, shakalaka. This is an M250D from Morphe, a tiny little eyeliner brush. And I'm gonna take some makeup setting spray. It doesn't matter which one. I'm gonna spray that. And then I'm going to go back in and use this Central Park shade from that palette. I'm just going to swirl it around in here, and I'm going to use this like an eyeliner pencil. Yes, I do still pull my lid. I have not adequately practiced the ability to do it without doing that. One of these days I'll get around to that. There, that looks pretty good. I think that is good enough. Okay, now a little bit of cheek color. And I'm using this is a Trish McAvoy 37 bronzer brush that I have literally had for 20 years. And I'm gonna use Maybelline Fit Me blush. And this is, what color is this? It doesn't have a name, it's 40. Peach. Peach. My favorite blush of all time is NARS Orgasm. This is the closest drugstore version that I could find. This. And it's a habit I'm having to break. I used to say, smile, put your blush on here. But if you smile, put your blush here, and you don't stop smiling, it goes down. So now I am just putting it up here, and for some reason I have issues with putting on too much blush these days. So we're just gonna have to deal with that. All right, pretty good. And I'm gonna use a loose powder, just a regular old loose powder. My favorite is MAC. So, oh, this is an Urban Decay powder brush that is also 20 years old. I bought this like in college and still have it, still works great, still feels amazing. Now, like I said, I have combination skin, so I do need to set my makeup, but if you have dry skin, you very well may not need to set your makeup, or maybe you put a little bit in your nose, on your nose, but anywhere else, you don't need to do it. All right, I'm gonna use Sweet Mineral Lash Thickener. It's like their lash primer. It has been discontinued. I hear they're gonna put out another one, but this is discontinued, but I really, really love it, so I'm still using it. I'm gonna try to find a substitute, and as soon as I do, I will tell you guys about it. But and I'm gonna use for my mascara, this is Ulta Beauty Maximum Lashes Defining and Lengthening Mascara. I'm not one of those people who's extremely picky about my mascara. If it looks good, it looks good. Okay, we have that. I'm going to run my powder brush under my eyes one more time. I'm gonna fluff my hair, and then I'm gonna do my lipstick. I'm currently obsessed and going slightly overboard at shopping for makeup at CVS, but I really found something absolutely wonderful. This is Fuchsia for Me Maybelline lipstick. It's a semi-matte, and it's just beautiful. But first, I'm old enough now at 40 that I do get a little bit of feathering of my lipstick. I had a tragedy yesterday where I put on a lipstick crayon that it feathered like crazy when I put lip gloss all over it. Like, it was embarrassing. I'm gonna use Maybelline Clear Color Sensational Lip Liner, and I just stop talking for a second. I line my regular lip line. I don't do anything fancy. I feel like I look ridiculous if I try to overline or underline or anything. Okay, and this is Color Sensational Maybelline Fuchsia for Me 379 lipstick. Really hot pink, like bright pink lipstick is my favorite. So. And there goes the train they didn't tell us about when we bought this house. do that. Mom taught me that so I don't get lipstick on my teeth when I smile. And there's the finished look. Big lesson of the day is that you do not have to use a beauty blender or foundation brush to get really good looking foundation. Sometimes you don't have the time or the energy or the tools to do that, and that is totally cool. Your fingers can be your best makeup tools. If you enjoyed this video, give it a nice thumbs up and tell me in the comments, how do you apply your foundation? You can always check me out too on Instagram and on Facebook, as well as my website, mommakeupsolved.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.